Welcome back to the channel. Super excited about this one. There's a little story behind it though. So I'm going to tell you the story real quick and then kind of get your guys' opinion too. So this past Saturday, my wife and I were sitting there. We're trying to figure out a show to watch. She wants to watch a horror film. I like more suspense. I do not like the Freddy Kruegers, the Jason. Don't like that kind of stuff. I like more suspense. So she told me that that's kind of not Halloween enough for her. So I gotta ask you: is something like that, is suspense still considered a Halloween type movie, or is it going to be more of the blood and guts and the gore? You tell me. Leave a comment down below. Give me your take. Maybe I'm completely off. I like suspense. I do not like all the gore and everything like that. Not because I can't watch it. It's just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It's not entertaining to me. What is your thoughts? And also, what is your favorite Halloween movie? Please do not tell me Showgirls. It's absolutely frightening because I do know that's from Scream and I love that movie. So, anyway, but while we were looking through suspense and horror, for whatever reason, WWE's No Holds Barred came up. I don't know why it did, but then it triggered this and it was like, man, I'm going to unbox this. This is a San Diego Comic-Con from a couple years ago, exclusive. So, we're going to unbox, No Holds Barred, because I will tell you a little secret. After she went to bed, I went ahead and watched it because I think it's amazing. I'm wondering if it's because it was triggered by the McMahon documentary that's been all the rage on Netflix, but I don't know. So, looking at this package, it's kind of very, very basic. The only thing that you see is right here with Hulk Hogan and Zeus. On the top, it says, "What's that smell?" And that will be a component for one of the figures as they come out. So, as I told you, this is more of an exclusive. So usually there's a box within a box, and they did. And on the top of it says, "Rip 'em." And as we pull this out, so Hulk Hogan made a movie back in the late 80s, early 90s called No Holds Barred, where he plays Rip. And his big mortal enemy is going to be Zeus. This right here is what I love about Mattel when it comes to their product designs, because this is an exclusive. They went all out. They made this look exactly like a VHS tape. So even on the back, it shows like the VHS version of what it had on the back. And then same thing with the No Holds Barred front. You can see where it has like all the directors and stuff. But instead of the directors, what it has is it actually has the different people who made and had part in this Ultimate Edition recreation. So on the back it says, "He's rough, he's tough, he's the one and only Hulk Hogan, the international WWE star of the action-packed adventure No Holds Barred, loaded with red-hot entertainment and heart-pounding battles. This action-featured figure features Hulk Hogan in his starring role as Rip, a larger-than-life champion who's been flooring some of the biggest bad guys ever to rock 'em and sock 'em in the ring. Rip goes after the brutal Zeus in a relentless battle of the brawn, where anything goes and there are no holds barred." I mean, I really like that. I watched this movie quite a bit. This, though, wasn't what actually made me excited. What made me excited is that we actually get a Zeus figure. I remember whenever I was watching these, I used to watch him and Macho Man Randy Savage team up. One of the coolest matches, and I don't know why, because I was a kid, so I was really nerdy. Still am. It was Hulk Hogan and Bruce Barber Beefcake versus Zeus and Macho King Randy Savage in a steel cage. I don't know why, but I would watch that over and over again. It was, and the match wasn't even that good from compared to today's standards. So as you see me open this up, as you can see, it looks exactly like a VHS tape. I really like that. That is cool. Instead of the runtime, it actually has the articulation. About 30 points of articulations. That's cool. So as we pull this open, there we go. We have the Beast, Zeus, and Hulk Hogan. So as you see right here in this package, looking at that, it's kind of got that superposed down just like you saw on the side of the box. Looking cool. I really like that they have this light blue, which is matching the rip, but it's contrast to what Hulk Hogan wears, which is that red and yellow. I really like this, but I'm really excited to open up and see what the Zeus has. Now, speaking of Zeus, this is supposed to be like the ring that they wrestled in for that major movie, The Final Fight. So I'm going to set that right down here. But this is the fringe that they had around it, and that is where all the accessories are actually held. So when we pull this out, you have the accessories for Zeus, and then you have the accessories for Hulk Hogan / Rip. So as you can see, you can even have he didn't do like an actual like that, like the I love you. He bit his pointing finger, and you can kind of see that here. So it's kind of cool. I like the attention to detail. Zeus's headband came out of here, so we're going to put those off to the side for just a second. Got a little bit of a mess here. Let's see if I can't pop these out just real quick, which I can see right now. They have a lot of the straps on there, so. Whoop. I remember when this first came out, I was showing one of my coworkers, and they're like, "Hey, that's the guy from Friday," and I was like, "No, that's Zeus. We don't call him the guy from Fridays. That's Zeus." So, this is an Ultimate Edition figure. So one of the things that you'll see here is got that many points of articulation. Right here, Zeus's head, looking impressive. Oh man, I remember whenever they were doing the promotional work with WWE and NBC, and there was this part where Hulk Hogan was supposed to take on, I believe it was supposed to be the Big Boss Man, and Zeus is, blocking his way, and Hogan tried to come up, and he's wearing this garb, and as he comes up, he just kind of like hits him and like knocks Hogan to his knees, and then he starts like choking him out and stuff, just kind of like this, where he's just pounding the heck out of him, because Zeus was not a technical wrestler in any way. He was very much an actor who had gone from acting into the wrestling ring. So his matches consisted of him trying to choke out Hulk Hogan and beat the heck out of him. That's about it. Bunch of punches and chokeholds. So whenever he went into the ring with him, he would just start hitting Hogan, knocking him down. Hulk Hogan would do his major Hulk up, usually a body slam, then maybe a leg drop and pin. But most of the time, it was won by disqualification or something of that nature, until the final battle, which was kind of the cage match, and then Zeus, for whatever reason, went away. Don't know what happened there, but anyway, once again, as a kid, I ate it up. I absolutely loved it. So we have Zeus right there. Some of the different accessories that he has. He has a special Zeus headband. He's got his mic holding hands, and then he comes with another face. So this one's kind of like and this is more of a yelling. Trademark Z's on the side. Look at those. Look at that cool Z right there. So yeah, all day long, it's Zeus. I'm finally glad that we got one of those. So I actually have a couple different quantities of this no hold barred, because I wanted to open up, one I wanted to have mint on card, because to me, part of the buying of this was that making it look like a VHS tape. To me, that was product selling 101. It was great. So then we have your Hulk Hogan. Not a whole lot different than your regular Hulk Hogan. It's just a changing of the trunks. Even with the championship belt, they go with the WWE World Champion belt of the time, or as we like to call it, the Wing Eagle belt. And then he's going to come with his different types of head. But there's one in particular. So there's one in particular that's going to be this one right here, that his head, that he actually has on his face right now, or that I have on the head. And I absolutely love it because it's a specialized mold. So at the very top of the box, it says, "What's that smell?" Kind of give you the scene. Hulk Hogan beats up everybody and scares the literal poo out of the limousine driver. And whenever he grabs him, he picks him up and he's like, "What's that smell?" And the guy starts patting his butt and he goes, "Did Dookie. You know, little kid in me laughed all day long, thought it was hilarious. I'm not going to lie, 40-year-old Dave still laughs, thinks it's hilarious. But they commemorated that face with this one by doing that face. Absolutely like it. I mean, it's a small attention to detail that they come out with. As you can see here, like I was telling you before, multiple different hands, multiple different heads. As you know, Hulk Hogan is going to be the selling point of this wrestling set. So they wanted to make sure you got the most of your molds. And kind of think about it this way. This is before this year where they had a ton of different Hulk Hogans. They did not have a ton of Hulk Hogans at this time. He had kind of been just now getting back into the WWE's good graces. So this is one of the very first Hulk Hogans that we got before we got all the other Hulk Hogans. So kind of keep that in mind. So a lot of wrestling fans were happy to see that he's getting wrestling figures again. So with that being said, this has been my review of Zeus and Hulk Hogan as Rip. What was your thoughts? Did you watch the movie? Did you like the movie? Did you even know the movie existed? You know. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. What's it gonna hurt? Be a good person. Bye bye.